Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing okay. Drop me a comment, let me know what's going on. And today I'm doing this eye look and I'm using the Beautybay Sunset Horizons palette. I've not used this palette before today, so this is my first impression. I will say I like it quite a lot. The colours I've used blended well together and they are pigmented and bright. And I will obviously do a full swatch of the palette as well, and I will show you how to do this eye look. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, please do continue watching. So this is the Sunset Horizon palette. I won this in a giveaway. It was held by a girl called Jess over on Instagram. She's very talented. I will leave her Instagram link down below. But yeah, I won this palette. It's very pretty. I love the packaging. This is the inside of it. I love the colour scheme. It very much sticks to the sunset sort of theme. However, I also love that they've brought in the darker cool tone shades down here. I just think it's a very pretty palette. I'm going to do a full swatch on my arm. As usual, just go top row and then the next row and so on. Nothing on my arm, no primer, no foundation, nothing like that. I will just dip my finger in, swirl it about and then swipe it down my arm once and we'll see what the colour payoff is. As usual, swatches do not mean everything. It doesn't really show you how it's going to work on your eyes. I will say the shades I've used work perfectly on the eyes. Swatches for me tend to really just show me what colours I'm working with, so let's get on with it. Okay, so this is row number 1 and honestly it doesn't look that impressive. Starting from this shade here, we have Dusk, Shell, Mirage, Zest and Moonlit. Out of these shades, the only one I've used is Zest. It looks very powdery and crumbly on the arm, but it worked fine on the eye. The shade Mirage I've also used on my inner corner and it is a beautiful, beautiful shade. But none of the mattes really look that impressive, which is a bit disappointing. But I mean, hopefully they work fine on the eyes. I mean, the Zest shade did, so I imagine the rest of them do. But yeah, that is the first row. Okay, so row number 2, again, starting from this end, we have Flamingo, Cocktail, Reef, Burst and Sorbet. I did use Flamingo, Reef and Sorbet in my eye look, and Reef looks a little bit patchy. I think it's just the lighter shades because the other two mattes, Sorbet and Flamingo, look absolutely fine. The shimmers are stunning. I did use a little bit of Cocktail in this eye look, but not a lot. And I'm very excited to use both Cocktail and Burst in future eye looks because they look amazing. Look at that. Look at that Burst shade. It's so glittery and gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so the third row, we have Hibiscus, Bikini, Oasis, Deep and Thunder. And I will say, I'm starting to realise the mattes just are a bit crumbly, which is fine because the ones I've used worked fine on the eyes, and so I imagine these will too. But that first shade and that last shade are just stunning. That shimmer shade is beautiful. It's the one I have on my lid. Very reflective, very glittery. Overall, these shades are very pretty and I can't wait to use them in future looks. Okay, and the final row, we have Twilight, Stargazing, Canyon, Coconut and Midnight. That black looks very impressive. Again, a little crumbly, but I'm starting to sense that's a theme with the mattes. That shade, Stargazing, is beautiful. Look at the reflect on it. It's so stunning. I can't wait to use that in a future look. But yeah, this is a beautiful row as well. Can't wait to use them. Okay, so this is the look we are going for today. It's not finished obviously, but the rest will be done after I've done my base. I have already primed my eyelid using the Makeup Revolution Prime and Lock eyeshadow base, and my brows are just the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 3. So we're going to start by taking the shade Sorbet on just a pencil brush, and as usual we're just going to start by pressing it into the shape that we want it. As usual, keeping my eyes completely open so that I can see where my crease is, which is there, and then just winging it out into the shape that we want it. Next I'm going in with the orange shade Reef on a different pencil brush, and again just going around that shape. Next, going in with the shade Zest on this brush. Okay, I know it looks a bit crazy right now, but I'm going to go back through those three colours and just get the blend that I want. Okay, so weirdly I'm having a bit of trouble blending it over this patch here. I'm not sure why. I could have just missed that bit I could have just oddly missed that bit when I did my primer, or it could be because I shave off the ends of my brows and that's where my brow normally is. So maybe it's the fact that maybe it's that's upsetting it, but I am just having a bit of trouble with it. Okay, so now I'm going in with the shade Flamingo, and I'm just gonna deepen and sort of change the shade of this outer corner and also drag it slightly through the crease as well. And then again, I'll just go back through the colours and make sure I'm happy with it. Okay, so there is the blend. I'm happy with that as it is right now. I'm going to cut the crease using the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas in the shade Halo. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm just going to blend out the outer edge just with a clean brush. Okay, so now I'm going to fill in the cut crease using the shade Oasis. Okay, my camera just cut out. Hopefully nothing has changed too much, but now I'm going to go in with a little bit of the shade Cocktail and just pat that over the outer edge, just because this is a shimmer, but it's sort of a similar shade to my matte shade, so it will just help to blend the shimmer and the matte together. And then going in with a little bit of the shade Flamingo and helping that blend a little bit more. And then a little bit of Sorbet as well. And there we go, that is the eye look pretty much done. This isn't the neatest cut crease I've ever done, but I quite like the blend. I like the colours together. I hope you guys like it too. Let's do the base. MUA Pro Base Mattifying Flawless Primer. Revlon Colour Stay for a combination and oily skin in the shade 150 Buff. Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer in C1. MUA Cosmetics Loose Setting Powder in Invisible Silk. MUA blushed matte blush powder in the shade Rose Tea. MUA bronzed matte bronzing powder in the shade Solar 110. Ofra Nikki Tutorials collab in the shade Space Baby. I accidentally dropped this once about a year ago and it smashed, and I've lost so much of it and it makes me so sad. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you back in and finish up the eyes. Okay, so first of all, I've noticed that I've highlighted this inner corner and this brow bone, but not done that on this eye, so we'll start with that. I use the shade Mirage, which is just a lovely gold colour. Okay, so now for the lower lash line, going in with the shade Flamingo. And as usual, just bringing that part of the way in. Then the shade Sorbet. Then the shade Reef. The shade Zest, and again wrapping that all the way around. As usual, I know that smoking out your lower lash line this much isn't for everybody. That's absolutely fine, you don't have to. I just prefer it. Especially with this sort of look, it's a very fun look, why not blow it out all the way? Okay, so I might have gone a little bit overboard with blowing that out, but oh well, it's a fun look. It needs to be blown out. And I think now I'm going to just quickly put some NYX Epic Ink Liner along my lash line, and then I'll do some lashes. I'm thinking maybe my Ardell Demi Wispies for this look. Yeah. Okay, lashes are on. They're not stuck on very well. I don't know why I struggled with them so much today, but they didn't want to play ball at all. I've also narrowed down what lip colour I want to use. It's between the L'Oreal Colour Rich Matte in 227 Hype, which is this colour here, and the Bare Minerals Bare Pro lipstick in the shade Saffron, which is here. So they're both orange shades. This one's just a little bit darker. I think this one is more summery and would go with the look quite nicely, but it's a bit bright. Maybe I'll line my lips with this and put this in the centre to sort of lighten it up a little bit. Let's see how that looks. I don't know how much of a difference that actually made, but it looks quite nice. My lips are incredibly dry, so if that is coming across on camera, I am really sorry, but I quite like how this look came out. It's very summery, don't mind me just sort of wishing the winter away, but I'm a fan of this. I would wear this in the summer, I would wear this to a festival, or you know what, I would wear this to a beer garden quite happily. I guess I should probably talk about the palette. This is a really nice palette. It is very pigmented, it blended very easily. I think the colours in here are stunning. I think you can get so many different looks out of this. I can't wait to play more with the blues and the purples, and you'll definitely see it on my Instagram a lot more. I can't wait to use this shimmer shade called Stargazing. It's sort of grey, but it's got a purpley gold reflex to it. It looks stunning. But overall, very impressed with the palette. I really hope this isn't limited edition. I know that they're Book of Magic one was, which is such a shame. So hopefully this one is here to stick around, and I hope you found this useful, I guess. Okay, so that is everything for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider giving it a thumbs up, consider subscribing and dropping me a comment, but if not, that's okay. Let me know what you think of this palette. Let me know if you have it. Let me know if you're going to get it. Maybe give me some inspiration on what looks I should do next with it. But I think that's everything, so thank you so much for watching all the way through, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!